Hello and welcome to Sports 360. I'm your host Ahmad Ahmad. We have South Africa versus Australia, three-match bilateral one-day series, and in the second match, South Africa beat Australia by 84 runs, taking a 2-0 lead in the three-match series. And this is South Africa's fifth successive bilateral ODI series win over Australia, dating back 2016, and this is with one game still to be played. The 84 runs victory in the second match, followed by the similar pattern 98 runs triumph on Tuesday, which was set up by a strong batting effort that was well defended under lights. So brilliant performance, and Lungi Nigiri takes 5 wickets, and Matthew Britske and Tristan Stubb shine as South Africa claims series 2-0. What a brilliant performance after being put into bat first. South Africa scored 277 and were all out in 49.1 over. The main scorers were Matthew Britske with 88 of 78 balls, hitting 8 fours and 2 sixes, and Tristan Stubb 74 of 87 balls, hitting 3 fours and 1 6, while Wiaan Mulder chipped in with 26 of 21 balls with the help of 4 fours, as South Africa posted 277 in 49.1 over. So, looking at the partnership, how they paced their inning, and how the partnership was built to score runs. So South Africa put on 56 runs in the first power play, and in the middle part of the inning, they scored another 177, but lost just 3 wickets, which means they kept wickets in hand. By the time 40th over start, they have 5 wickets in hand, and they have the platform of almost 225 runs on the board, and uh, they hit 4 6s and hit 22 fours. Run in boundaries for South Africa were 112, but they batted 44% as dot balls, and extras were 7 as well. In comparison, looking at the Australian pace, how Australian started their chase as compared to South Africa's 56 for 2 in the first power play, Australia lost 3 wickets and could only score 39 runs. Yes, that was the major difference, as Australia lost one more wicket as compared to South Africa and have scored 17 less runs as compared to South Africa. In the middle part of the inning, where South Africa scored 177 for the loss of just 3 wickets, Australia scored 154 but have lost their remaining 7 wickets and have lost the match. Overall, 4 6s by South Africa and 3 6s by Australia, 22 fours by South Africa and 24s by Australia. And runs and boundaries for South Africa are 112 as compared to Australia, who could only score 98 runs in boundaries. So this is the major difference, the partnership. Now looking at the partnership for South Africa, the third wicket partnership of 67 between Matthew Britske and Tony Zizorzi. And in that partnership, Matthew Britske was the main contributor, scoring 44 of 36, and Tony Zizorzi 23 of 26. But the match turning point was the fourth wicket partnership of 89 of 90 balls between Matthew Britske and Tristan Stubb, and both scored 44 runs each in that partnership, although Matthew Britske 44 of 42 and Tristan Stubb 44 of 48 balls. And another crucial partnership, yes, the 6 wicket partnership of 48 of 44 balls between Tristan Stubbs and Wiaan Mulder. Tristan Stubbs 18 of 23 and Mulder 26 of 21 in that partnership. And on the other hand, Australia's partnership, yes, only two significant partnership. The fourth wicket partnership put on 67 of 79 balls between Josh Inglis and Cameron Green. English made 44 and Cameron Green 22, while the 6 wicket partnership between Inglis and Aaron Hardy also put on 42 of 36 ball. In that partnership, Inglis made 28 of 20 and then Aaron Hardy 10 of 16 balls. So the major difference was the power play, where in the first power play and in the second power play, South Africa were far, far ahead than Australia. After being put in bat first, South Africa had a poor start as they lost their first two wickets for just 23 runs on the board inside 6 over. But the third wicket partnership took their total to 90, and they lost the third wicket in the 16th over when Tony De Zozzi departs. The fourth wicket took their total from 90 to 179. Another 89 runs were added for the fourth wicket, and Matthew Britske was the fourth man to go after scoring 88 of 78 balls, hitting 8 fours and 2 sixes with a strike rate of 112.2. Then the fifth wicket fell at 185. Yes, 6 runs later, they lost David Brevis, who was a success story in the T20 format. But in the one day format, he could only score 1 run of 5 ball, caught by Cameron Green off the bowling of Nathan Ellis. The sixth wicket fell at 233. Jan Mulder was the sixth man to go, scoring 26 of 21 ball, hitting 4 fours, and he was caught by Cameron Green off the bowling of Marnus Labuschagne. The seventh wicket at 243. Senuran Mathusami was the seventh man to go, scoring just 4 runs, and the eighth wicket fell at 245. Tristan Stubb departs after scoring 74 of 87 balls, hitting 3 fours and 1 6 with a strike rate of 85. He was caught by Cameron Green of the bowling of Adam Zampa. The ninth wicket fell at 264. Andre Berger was the ninth man to go, scoring 8, and the 10th and final wicket at 277. Lungi Nigiri was the last man to go in the 50th over, and he could only score 1 run. While Keshav Maharaj remained unbeaten on 22 of 24 balls, hitting 2 fours and 1 6. Looking at the Australian bowling attack, Josh Hazlewood, 9.1 over, 57 runs and 1 wicket, with economy of 6.21. Zavre Bartley, 9 over 1 maiden, 45 runs and 2 wicket. And then Aaron Hardy, 4 overs, 35 runs and no wicket, with economy of 8.75. He was expensive. Nathan Ellis, 10 overs, 46 runs and 2 wicket. 4.60 was very good when it's come to economy. And then Adam Zampa, 10 overs, 63 runs. Although he conceded 63 runs, but he captured 3 wickets. And Travis Head also bowled 2 overs, gave away 12 runs, while Marnus Labuschagne, 5 overs, 19 runs and 2 crucial wicket, and his economy was 3.80. After chasing 278, yes, an uphill task for Australia, whose batsmen were out of form. Their start was also very poor, and they lost their first 3 wickets for just 38 runs on the board and inside 10 overs. The first wicket fell at 6. Travis Head was the first man to go, and he could only score 6 runs of 9 ball, caught by Aidan Markram of the bowling of Andre Berger. The second wicket fell at 7, and Marnus Labuschagne was the second man to go, and he made only 1 of 5 balls, while the third wicket fell at 38. Mitchell Marsh, the Australian captain, departs after scoring 18 of 25 balls, hitting 4 fours, and he was caught by substitute Corbin Bosch of the bowling of Jan Mulder. Then they had a partnership, and they took their total to 105 in the 23rd over, where Cameron Green was the fourth man to go, scoring 35 of 54 balls, hitting 3 fours, and he was caught and bowled by Mathusami, the left-arm leg spinner. After that, Australia lost their fifth wicket at 130, and then the flurry of wicket 133 for 5. Alex Carey was the fifth man to go, who was playing purely as a batsman, and Josh Inglis was the wicketkeeper batsman. Carey made 13 of 20 balls, caught by Brevis of the bowling of Berger, and then the sixth wicket fell at 175, and Aaron Hardy was the sixth man to go, who could only score 10 of 16 ball, caught and bowled by Lungi Nigiri, who used his used his change of pace intelligently, and took 5 wickets. The eighth wicket fell at 185, seventh wicket at 184, and Josh Inglis was the seventh man to go, and he was the highest scorer for Australia, scoring 87 of 74 balls, hitting 10 fours and 2 sixes with a strike rate of 118. He was caught by a wicketkeeper, Ryan Rickleton, of the bowling of Lungi Nigiri. The eighth wicket fell at 185. Xavier Bartley was the eighth man to go, caught by substitute Corbin Bosch of the bowling of Lungi Nigiri, and he made 8 runs, while the ninth wicket fell at 189. Nathan Ellis was the ninth man to go, scoring 3, stumped by Ryan Rickleton of the bowling of Mathusami, and the 10th and final wicket in the 38th over, Adam Zampa, the last man for Australia, was out after scoring 3, and he was also caught by substitute Corbin Bosch of the bowling of Lungi Nigiri. Josh Hazlewood was the unbeaten batsman, with 3 runs, and Australia were once again bundled out for just 193 in 37.4 overs and losing the match by 84 runs. Series loss for Australia after 2016. 9 years were the dominance for Australia, but now the table would turn and South Africa came out victorious, also clinching the series. Looking at the South African bowling, Andre Berger, 6 over 26 runs and 2 wicket. Lungi Nigiri, 8.4 overs, 1 made in 42 runs and 5 wicket, 5 for 42. A brilliant bowling performance from Lungi Nigiri, who was spearheading in place of Kagiso Rabada. Then Keshav Maharaj, 8 overs, 40 runs and no wicket. Remember, Keshav Maharaj captured 5 wickets in the first match, but here he gave away 40 runs in his quota of 8 overs without taking a wicket. Vian Mulder, 5 overs, 31 runs and 1 wicket. Sanuran Mathusami, 8 overs, 30 runs and 2 wicket. And Aiden Makram, 2 overs, 23 runs and no wicket. So this was the second match. Still one match to be played, but South Africa have clinched the series on the back of the performance of Lungi Dingiri, who takes 5 wicket. Matthew Britske and Tristan Stubb also contributed with the bat as South Africa claimed a series 2-0. South Africa completed their fifth successive bilateral one-day series over Australia, dating back 2006, 2016, and this one with a game to spare. Their 84-run victory in the second match, followed by the same victory, 98-run triumph on Tuesday. Half century from Matthew Britske and Tristan Stubb, who also shared an 89 runs fourth wicket partnership, took South Africa to a competitive total on 277, with Matthew Britske becoming the first player in men's one-day international history to pass 50 in his first 4 ODI matches. Andre Berger and Lungi Nigiri then led the way in defence. Nigiri was the player of the match with 5 for 42, his second 5 wicket haul in one day international and second against Australia. Australia now lost their last 3 bilateral series and will be concerned about a lack of contribution from their lineup, as was the case in match 1. There was only one individual score of note, this time Josh Inglis, 87. South Africa's performance, while trophy winning, was far from flawless after a good start. They faded away with the bat and lost 5 for 44 in the last 10 overs and dropped 3 catches to add to a growing tour tally. The Stubbs, who scored his first 50, 16 international innings across all formats, put down 2 and grasped 6 across the 5 match in Australia so far. So, one match still to be played, but South Africa has an unassailable 2-0 lead in the 3 match bilateral series. Wishing both the team best of luck in the third and final one-day international. We come to the end of our show. Till the next program, it's goodbye from Sports 360.